Good morning, Pilgrim. And it's a fine morning here. The skies are blue and it's much cooler today. Nice. 19th of August, 1866 is the date. At least the date Charles did this sermon. Heavenly Geometry. A math lesson. That Christ may dwell in your hearts by faith, that you, being rooted and grounded in love, may be able to comprehend with all saints what is the breadth, length, depth, and height, and to know the love of Christ, which passes knowledge, that you might be filled with all the fulness of God. Ephesians 3:17 through 19. The word of the Lord. Well, if we shall reach the point indicated in the text, we shall then begin to imitate the love of God in its four aspects. I'm sure if we shall ever learn the breadth of Christ's love, our love will grow broad. We shall no longer confine our love to our own congregation, our own assembly, but shall care for all the other churches of God, so-called. We shall feel an affection not only for Christians of our own name, but to Christians of all names. Then our love will gain length also. We shall love Christ so that we cannot leave off loving him. We shall persevere in love. We shall abide in his love as he abides in it. We shall constantly have the flame of our love going up to heaven. And then our love it'll acquire depth. We shall be humbled on account of our own sinfulness. We shall sink lower and lower in our own esteem, and our love will become deeper, more grounded as it descends more fully into the core of our very nature. And then love will climb the heights. We shall forget the world and the cares thereof. We shall become Christians who lie no longer among the pots, but who have received the wings of a dove. Dove, the wings covered with silver, and her feathers with yellow gold. We shall attain to such a height in our love that we shall scale the mountain tops of the promises, and with our foreheads bathed in the sunlight. Yes, bathed in the sunlight, we shall look down upon the world that still lies in darkness, and rejoice that we are made heirs of light. Till our love mounting to heaven shall there be in its height, as we appear before the great white throne. And we'll cast our crowns with many a song before him who loved us, with the breadth and length and the depth and the height of love that even in heaven shall surpass all measurement, beyond anything ever dreamed of. God's love to us is not only to amaze us, but to be our example, how we're to love one another. John 13:34. A new commandment I give to you, that you love one another. Just as I have loved you, you also are to love one another. 15:12. This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. Ephesians 5:2. Walk in love as Christ loved us and gave himself up for us, a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God. 1 John 4:11. Beloved, if God so loved us, we also ought to love one another. 19 through 21. We love because he first loved us. If anyone says, I love God, hates his brother, he's a liar. He's a liar, for he who does not love his brother whom he has seen cannot love God whom he hasn't seen. This commandment we have from him. From who? From Jesus. Whoever loves God must also love his brother. 1 Corinthians 13:4 through 13. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast, is not arrogant or rude. does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and it endures all things. Love never ends. As for prophecies, they'll pass away. Tongues, they'll cease. Knowledge, it'll pass away. For we know in part, we prophesy in part, but when the perfect comes, the partial will pass away. Perfect love of God. Oh, Pilgrim, I'm going to stop reading there. God bless. Think on these things. Meditate on these things. Stay close to Jesus. Read your Bible. Don't get ahead of Jesus. Don't get ahead of him. Stay beside him and behind him. Follow him. Wherever he goes, he's going to lead you to heaven. Yeah, I already said God bless. Have a great day.